Hey y'all. So I waited till today to watch WrestleMania Night 1. And I'm kinda disappointed about it because I got spoiled. But it's my own fault. Um I wanted to talk about something that happened at WrestleMania that I just got done with. Cody Rhodes came back and was Seth Rollins' mystery opponent. Now, this has been speculated for some time that Cody Rhodes was going to come back to the WB. So it wasn't really a big surprise. But he came back, he beat Seth Rollins in a great match to win at WrestleMania. Now, whether this whether this is kind of a work or not, Cody wouldn't have gone back to WB if he didn't know what he was doing. Now, on the D, myself, I think it's a work because, and well, by that I mean he's probably gonna go back to AEW at some point in the future and reference his time in WB. Um, why I think that is a multitude of reasons, but the closest one that I can remember that happened just now, even in the match with Seth Rollins, he referenced what he was doing in AEW. What he was doing in AEW was he was set up for the pedigree, or indeed, it looked like he was setting up for the pedigree. It's the same basic setup. But then he would do the Tiger Driver 97. Now, I don't think he did that here. He just did a powerbomb off the setup for the pedigree. But but he did that and it was great. It was a great match. But also, I go back to what Cody Rhodes said some time ago. He said about him in AEW, we're gonna do something that you've never seen before, that had never been done before. And part of me thinks, okay, that's what better way would be than for him to go to WB, get rejuvenated, get a huge pop, pick up some story there, cause this crowd knew Cody. He got one of the biggest ovations now that I've heard anyway. I just finished that match, so I don't know what kind of ovation Stone Cold got. But this crowd knew. This crowd knew Cody. And what I loved was they, not directly, but they referenced on commentary that he's been traveling the world, that he won world titles, and and then he came back to WB from undesirable to undeniable. I love that line from, I think it was Jimmy, or no, maybe it was Corey Graves who said that when he first came out, undesirable to undeniable. And I love that because he rebuilt himself. But I think of it like this. Dude started a whole company. Dude started a whole company to rival WB just so he could ultimately go back to WB for better money. Now it's probably not as simple as all that. If it if it is a work or not, if he is always planning to go back to AW at some point. But even if it's not, I am really looking forward to what this Cody can do in WB. Because he can have great matches now with AJ Styles, with, I don't know, some of the other big technical wrestlers that I can't remember right now. Oh, Chad Gable? That's, I know that one's a young side, but maybe Roman Reigns, um, some of the other guys on there, I, I'm blanking on the name right now, certainly guys. But I just wanted to talk about that and sort of my thoughts. I know it hasn't been the most coherent. I just I just finished the match and say, hey, I've got some thoughts. Maybe I'll just talk about it, give my opinion. But like I say, even if it was just a money thing, which I don't think it was, because I go back to that quote that Cody said a while back. Even if it was just a money thing, Cody wouldn't go back to WB without knowing exactly what he was in for, without getting in an iron cat contract, without sealing it with Vince McMahon's blood. I mean, whatever he needed to do. But like I say, I am really looking forward to what, because they didn't change him at all. I mean, they didn't change him at all from who he was in AEW. I mean, same music, same entrance gear, same great wrestler. I mean, they were really putting him over strong. So he may not be as big like world champion material or something, but he's gonna be a player in AEW or in WB. He kinda had WB up against the ropes, like, hey, we need an opponent for Seth Rollins out of our own making. An opponent, you say? Well, give me $3 million and I'll beat him. And and they did. It was good amount of money from what I hear. And like I say, I'm really looking forward, and I think everyone else is really looking forward to what Cody can do in WB2. There's a strange narrative that AEW fans are salty that Cody has gone back to WB. I haven't seen that. Now, when I heard about it, I was a little gobsmacked. I didn't know what happened. Like, what? Cody Rhodes is going back to WB, the guy who reinvented himself, and you could say is one of the forefathers of AEW, is going back to WB. But yeah, I wasn't disappointed. I was just shocked, and I think that's where a lot of people are right now. But that shocked and happiness maybe when they saw Cody Rhodes make his way down to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Well, guys, this got a little young and rammy at the end. I'm sorry about that, but but I think when I see I've got the rest of WrestleMania to watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing Cody's career progress, whether it goes down one path or another.